Hello and welcome to another episode of The Average EV. Today we are going to be talking about the upcoming Chevrolet Equinox EV. Let's get into it. All right, everybody. So back in October, actually, Chevrolet had released some new information about the Equinox EV, and I must have missed it. I don't know what I was doing, but I didn't see it. And a couple weeks ago, I finally came across the information, and I made a video. And then, like in the last day or two, they released more information about the Chevy Equinox EV, which kind of made my video that I made a little bit irrelevant. So I scrapped that whole video, and here is the new version with the updated information. So today we're talking about the Equinox EV. This is an extremely important vehicle for Chevrolet. Now, when they initially advertised it, this was supposed to be $30,000, their most affordable EV, obviously aside from Bolt, with a good range. And in October, they said, well, it's $35,000, which isn't terrible, but obviously it's not the $30,000 that was promised, which is not great. And I just wish that Chevy and other manufacturers would just don't announce prices until you know what the price is going to be, because it kind of, it's upsetting when people are like really excited about this price and then you come with another price and then like, ugh, okay. But whatever, $35,000 still isn't bad for an EV, and especially an EV with this range, which I'll get to in a little bit. Now, before I get into all the trims and the pricing, which is the main purpose of this video, I wanted to mention that right now, February 2024, the Chevy Equinox EV is not listed as qualifying for the federal EV tax credit. Now, that doesn't mean that it won't eventually, but it isn't currently. I did see some information from some sort of press conference that GM held, which said that it would, but again, I don't believe it till I see it. So as of right now, it doesn't qualify. If it eventually does pop up on fueleconomy.gov, then I will update you all about that. So let's dig in to the different trim levels. There are, so I'm scrolling down, there are 5 different trim levels. We got the 1LT, 2LT, 3LT, and then the 2RS and the 3RS. And basically the 2RS and 3RS are just like sportier versions of the 2LT and 3LT. So let's go ahead and start from the base trim. So this is the $34,995 MSRP, and it is not bad given the price. So you get 319 miles of range if you get the front wheel drive variant, which most people are probably going to go that way if they want to get the most affordable vehicle. Has 19-inch wheels, 17.7-inch diagonal display touchscreen, so that the center infotainment, 11.5 kilowatt onboard charger. It's a great onboard charger that you can use to charge a level 2 at home. 11-inch diagonal driver information center, so just the little screen right in front of you, which is nice to have that little screen. And then comes standard with Chevy Safety Assist, and just so you know what that includes, it's automatic emergency braking, front pedestrian braking, lane keep assist with lane departure warning. I love lane keep assist. Forward collision alert, following distance indicator, and IntelliBeam automatic headlights, which are always nice to have, so you don't have to think about turning your high beams on and off at nighttime. So that's a pretty decent package. For $34,995. Obviously, it's better than like the base Bolt and Bolt EUV were, as far as like what you get, especially when it comes to range. You know, almost was that 70 more miles of range. Now we're moving up to the 2LT. The 2LT has an MSRP of $43,295, so that's about $8,000 more than the 1LT. You get the same range, the same drivetrain options, and basically what you get in addition to the 1LT is heated steering wheel, heated front seats, heated mirrors, and a front LED bar. And that's it for $8,000. Now, looking at the picture they have on their website, it also looks like there are roof rails, which are not on the 1LT. So you could get some roof rack and you could get a cargo box or whatever you want, and you could put it on top, which is nice. Obviously, for 1LT, you'd have to get a different kind of system if you want to put any sort of cargo box or rails on top of your car, rack on top of your car. The wheels look the same. It looks like there's a little bit of like silver trim that's not on the 1LT, a little bit in the front as well. So yeah, you're not really getting that much for $8,000. And if I'm going to be honest, that's not the trim I would go for. I don't understand the pricing. I think this would be a great trim for $38,000, but not for $43,295. So I'm not sure how many people are going to go for that, for a light bar, heated seats, steering wheel, and side mirrors. Now moving on to the trim that I would probably get and would recommend, which is the 3LT. Starts at $45,295, and it has all the same things as the previous vehicles, plus 21-inch aluminum wheels instead. They look different. I like them. They're not bad. Ventilated seats, which are going to be awesome. Totally worth it. Reverse automatic braking. This has the adaptive cruise control and available Super Cruise. So right there, that's worth it to me for this trim. And that's pretty much it that it's showing us. I like that there's no official details, but I'm presuming that the 3LT is the only one you'll be able to get the two-tone or the 2RS and 3RS. So you can get the dual tone, which is nice. You get all the nice features. So yeah, I think that's the trim I would go for if I was really wanting to get an Equinox EV. Lastly, we've got the 2RS and 3RS. I'm not going to talk too much about them, but basically they're the 2LT and 3LT with some sporty designs. The outside's a little sportier. It's got black wheels. It's got some RS badging on the front. The front grille area is black to give a little bit of contrast. The roof rails are black. What else? The side mirrors are black. So it does look nice. So as far as aesthetic, it might be worth it if you're into that. I probably wouldn't option up. It's like a $1,500 option up. I probably wouldn't do that, but I could imagine some people doing it, and it would probably be worth it to have that nice looking car. There is one more difference I guess I should talk about. I guess for the 2RS and 3RS, you have a different steering wheel. It has a flat bottom steering wheel, which, you know, take it or leave it. I mean, for me, I don't know how many people are going to be like driving these things that crazy, but whatever. And that's it. It does say too, which I thought was interesting, only the 3RS has wireless phone charging. So I guess you don't get wireless phone charging in the 3LT. I thought that's interesting. I'm hoping that they'll do a full like spec sheet and have everything laid out, just in case maybe this isn't completely accurate, but I have to believe it because it's what they have on their website. So that's what we have. So again, I'm going to reiterate, if I were to get a Chevy Equinox EV, I would go for the 3LT trim. I don't think the 2LT trim makes any sense. I wouldn't recommend anyone to get that. I think that would be silly. If you want to just get into an EV with good range, go 1LT. I think it's a great option. It's a great price and totally worth it. Otherwise, go 3LT. Now, the one thing, and you know, I'm an ID4 owner, so I have to give my input here. The 3LT is $45,295, and the ID4 Pro. I think it's like 43, 44 $1,000. I'll put the price down below, but I think it's a touch cheaper than the Equinox here. And that's for the Pro, not the Pro S. The Pro S is 47,000 ish. But when you compare, the 3LT has the ventilated front seats. It has the heated steering wheel. And it has about, well, if I'm compared to the 2024 ID4, it's got about 24 more miles of range. I don't know. It's tough to say because you get a little bit nicer convenience in the 3LT trim compared to the Pro trim for the ID4. But the ID4 price is a little bit lower, and the charging is a lot better than this charging. And at least from my experience, the 2023 ID4 is really well built. So I'm sure the 2024 will be well built, and they fixed the infotainment system. So I think if you're interested in the Equinox 3LT, make sure you cross shop the two. Go drive an ID4 Pro. Go drive Equinox EV 3LT, and then make your decision there. I'm going to try and get into a 3LT to drive it at least, so I can give you all my impressions, since I think these are two extremely comparable cars, and I like to, try and to live in this space of the more affordable EVs, and then I'll give you my true opinion. But I think maybe look ID4, but some people just don't want to go Volkswagen, or they don't trust because of all the software issues, and I understand that. Then go Chevy. And we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be a great car. I think Chevy's worked out all their issues as they're starting to ramp up the Lyriq production. They've got battery fix, so they say. And I still haven't heard anything about Blazer EV because they put a stop sale, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But hopefully they can figure out. Oh, and the Honda Prologue is releasing soon, and that's the same Altium platform. So there's that. But yeah, so that's my thought. Those are my thoughts surrounding these different trims and what I would do. I'd love to hear what trim you would go for. I want to hear your opinion about the 2LT. Do you think it's a silly trim? Because I certainly do. I wish they would just cut it out and maybe drop the 3LT price a little bit. But here we are. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please leave your comments down below. As always, please give a like, a subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on X, and I will catch you all next time.